welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. My name is Meg, and today we are doing the one dip makeup challenge. I am so nervous for this challenge. My hair is like a greasy mess, so my little baby hairs are wanting to just stick straight up. They don't want to lay down or be pulled back. So let's just, I'm sure we'll watch my hair become more disheveled throughout the video. I wanted to do this. I saw Nikki do it, then I saw Manny do it, so I was like, I want to do it. It looks like it could be fun. And then I started to really think about it, and then I started stressing, and now I'm like trying to not think about it so much. The only thing I'm gonna have to cheat with is my brows, because I only have brow pencils, so I don't know how I'm supposed to do one dip with a brow pencil. But we'll figure it out. In Manny's video, he said Soph Does Life created this challenge. So if someone else created it, let me know in the comments, and I'd be happy to give them credit. I feel like it's hard to like track these things down once they get popular, and there's so many videos. But anyways, I'm starting off with the Milk Hydro Grip 1 Pump, which is what I use anyway. Let me say, I bought this last summer. So it's been like a year and 3 months since I purchased this, and there's still so much left. I use this probably maybe 3 to 5 times a week. So that's a really good deal for your money, and I love how sticky it is. Obviously, the challenge here is going to be my skin. I have a lot of redness to try to cover up, but actually what I do first is outline my brows, so I'm going to do that quickly off camera and then be back. All right, we are back and the brows are filled. I'm stealing that from Manny because it's just so fun to say. Okay, so for my face, I have my primer on. I normally use concealer before my foundation anyway, and I think this is going to be the way to do it, to kind of like spread the foundation to try to get the most coverage out of my concealer that I can. I always notice on camera this brow always looks sparse because I have a chicken pox scar right through my brow, so it's like hard to get the coverage on it. So I would say this is close to being a drugstore dupe for Shape Tape. I'm almost out of it. This is a CoverGirl True Blend. It's old too, so it's a little dried out, but I did get a pretty good amount. So I like doing a little bit of a lighter concealer moment. And I'm mostly just gonna focus this right around here and see what we get with that. I would say this isn't quite as thick as Shape Tape. It's not, I know I just said it's drying, but that's because it's literally, I've had it for a couple of months now and it's almost empty. But I also feel like it's not quite as drying as Shape Tape, and it's less expensive, so that is a win. I forgot to put concealer on my eyelids, because that's what I do for eye primer. Well, I guess technically I should get another dip for my eye primer, right? So I'm just going to award myself that. By the way, what kind of content are you guys into watching right now? I feel like the creativity this year has been such a struggle, because this year has been such a struggle. I noticed that people aren't uploading as frequently either on their channels, which I totally get, because I have not been consistent whatsoever because of everything. I've had like a good mix of stuff in my personal life go on, everything that's happening in the world, especially right now with the election being this week. I am so excited to not see political ads when I'm watching YouTube at night. I am so over it. So yeah, let me know what content you guys would like to see. I have a what I eat in a day video coming out next week. I'm also uploading my Bachelorette recap and reactions every week on my channel as well. I think I found a new setup that I like, where I react as I'm watching, so it's kind of like a live reaction. So I'm not sitting here like narrating what happened on the entire show, because I mean, you watch the show. Do I really need to sit there and be like, this is the name of the 8 people that went on the date, and this is what the date was? Like, you saw it, you know what happened. So let me know if you're into that, or if there's other shows you would like me to do those live recaps for. Before I get carried on, I'm moving on to foundation. So this is the Clinique Even Better. I'm just gonna do like a squirt, like what would be equivalent to a pump. I'm almost out of this too. I've been doing such a good job of letting products run out before I buy new stuff, so. Okay, I'm applying this with a brush, and then I'll blend out with my sponge, so it's still like one dip. But anyway, this quarantine, I really got into the Real Housewives New Jersey. So that's kind of what I've been binge watching. Ooh, it looks like it might rain. That is like, sounds boring, but it's so exciting when you live in the desert. It's like rain, yay. But yeah, I've been binge watching the Real Housewives of New Jersey. So when that comes back on, because I know the season recently ended in March, but when it comes back on, is that something you guys would like me to live react to? My cousin is a really big Housewives fan, and she told me to watch New York next. And then she also said that OC is really good too. So let me know if you guys watch the Real Housewives. Which is your fave? What do you think I should be watching? Okay, Clinique, work. I got pretty good coverage with that. Hell yeah. I've also been into doing the cream contour, so I feel like this is going to make it messy, but I'm gonna dip into my ADH. I'm gonna use this shade in the bottom and the middle. Okay, this isn't bad. Have you guys seen Emily in Paris on Netflix? I binged it. I loved it. Like, there's so many mixed reviews. It's like people either love it or they freaking hate it and want it off the platform. Like, I didn't mind that it was full of cliches because I'm cheesy. I was that 18-year-old that thought that they were gonna live in Paris for part of their life. Like, that was me. So I was living vicariously through that show and I loved it. Like, I love that it was cheesy. I thought it was great. It was very reminiscent of like a Gossip Girl vibe, and I thought it was hilarious that they even talked about Gossip Girl on there. So what did you guys think of the show? Let me know in the comments. Okay, I was most worried about like my base, and so far the cream products have worked out great. And now comes where this could all go to shit because we have to use powders. I can't like leave my face feeling tacky. I have to set it. So this is where it's about to get messy. This is my RCMA No Color Translucent Powder. Oh God. I can't believe I'm like getting rid of product, but that was like, hello, too much. Whew. Okay, even that wasn't as bad as I thought, and I didn't even get a shit ton of powder all over my shirt, so that's always a bonus. I'm a little shook, you guys. Like, this challenge should not be going this well. Well, I lied. I have all the powder like down on my lap. It just didn't get right here, really. Oh boy. Okay, so what is next? I am going to attempt to do bronzer. I'm almost out of my Physicians Formula bronzer. I don't know. This is like where it's getting questionable for me for like the one dip, right? Because it's like, I feel like I always have to dip 100 times to get product out of here because this thing is so old. It's probably so expired. Okay. See, I want to dip in more to put more on my forehead. But I guess it's cute. It's a little light bronzery moment. I'm probably gonna hate the way I'm talking when I'm editing this video, so that's fun. Okay. Whatever is left, pray that there's a little bit left for my nose. I mean, not really, but There we go. That worked. Ooh, I'm slaying this so far. I'm like waiting for it to go wrong. Okay, so now I'm going to dip into blush. This is Manny's palette. I love it. It is so good. And today I think I'm just gonna use Stargaze. So one dip, his blushes are pigmented, so you can definitely see the blush way more in person. What is this like weird line going on in my face? I don't know what's happening. Okay, so now for highlighter, I'm gonna go into Miss Mary Lou, and I do like a lot of highlight, so there we go, perfect. I feel like my face is looking patchy or something, so it's not looking as flawless as it normally does, but that is okay. I'm shocked. I was truly worried about my base. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna set my brows really quickly with my Anastasia clear brow gel. I wasn't sure how I felt about this because I got it in my FabFitFun box because I didn't want, it's $25 and I'm like, I don't want to pay $25 for a brow gel. And I was like, is it really that great? But the more I use it, the more it started to grow on me, but I still don't think I could bring myself to spending $25 on a clear brow gel. And if you're looking for a good brow gel that's inexpensive, I would check out Beauty Junkie's brow gel. I love their clear brow gel. It is like the closest thing to soap brows that you can get. It holds your brows in place, but it doesn't get thick or chunky either. And they're on the more affordable side. I also have a 20% off coupon code, MakeupByMegB, if you want to check them out. And I need to charge my battery. So this is a perfect stopping point for right now. We will be back to finish up with eyeshadow. I'm excited. All right, it is time to get to the eyes. And again, being smart with my choices, I'm using the Nikkie palette if you want to learn more about it. I have a couple of videos up, so I'll link my review up here, and then maybe my 3 looks using one palette will be linked down below in the description box. But what is the color story I want to do today? I'm kind of wanting to do pinks, the purple, and the bright yellow. So I'm gonna start off with Blend and Snap. And then to deepen the crease, I'm gonna use Slasher. And then on the lid, I'm probably gonna use, I don't know, a mix of Roxy Catan, Aura, and Pride. And then I'll use Blah on the inner corner. So let's see how this goes. Definitely want to make sure we're picking up a lot. Alrighty. And we are just going to lightly stamp. I should have done my eyes first because I'm going to have a lot of fallout because I pick up so much eyeshadow. Maybe the fallout won't be that bad. Okay, so I think if we work with this, we should be pretty good. I feel like it is safe for me to start to tap off my brush. All right, I took a quick break to try to get a thumbnail. So I don't have any new product on here. As you can see, there's no new product, nothing was flinging off. So what I'm going to do, again, very lightly, I have to do 2 eyes at the same time. Normally I like to blend them out one at a time, but you know, we're not that lucky today. So with hardly any pressure, I'm just starting to fill in the inner corner, and then I'm gonna try to build it up from there. And then whatever's left, I'm just gonna flick out. Ow, my elbow, because why not? Now I feel like I can just really go in and truly blend this. Oh, this is so nerve-wracking because you only get 1 shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. 8 Mile, anyone? Bueller? Alrighty. Wow, I've been trying to let my eyebrows grow back, and there's just some that are growing in over there where I don't want them growing in, and I'm like, I probably should have plucked my eyebrows before I sat down to film today, but oh well. Okay, so now for the lower lash line, I'm taking a smaller brush and I'm dipping into Slasher, and this is where it's gonna hurt my soul because I'm gonna wanna build this up. Okay. So just teeny tiny little dots. I'm already losing pigment. Oh, this is rough. I do like to bring the shadow close to my lash line to have it look like liner. I think I'm gonna have to add some brown into this or something, because without being able to build this color up, it's just gonna kind of blend together. So with the same brush, no new product, I am just going to work on blending more so this inner corner together. Okay, yeah, we need some more depth and dimension. So I'm gonna try to save this with 5 a.m. and like really get it in there, because I feel like I was a little bit sparse with Slasher. So this is really loaded up. I'm getting fallout everywhere. I just really wanted to have this nice and deep, you know? So I'm going back with that original brush to blend this out. Ugh, this is killing me because I want to go back into the pink and back in the Slasher and layer and blend and layer and blend. Ugh. So if you're someone that can't quite figure out eyeshadow, or it's like looking muddy, or you can't figure out how to get it looking like everyone else, it's probably because you're not layering and blending enough. I feel like maybe I should have gone in with Slasher first and then used light accents of Blend and Snap, because it's just a little too pink than what I was picturing in my mind, especially with the pink shimmers that we're about to pop on top of here. I'm not liking this. Ooh, this is like internally I'm screaming because I can't go in to blend this more. Okay, so whatever is left on here, I'm just gonna take a last ditch effort and trying to darken up the crease. I mean, I guess I didn't have that much fallout. There's like a wee bit right there. Whew. Okay, I need to see which shimmers I want to go with. They're all so pretty in different ways. Or do I want to put a silver sparkle? Okay, so this eye definitely looks like it has way more brown eyeshadow. Wow. See, this is what happens. I got too cocky when it came to doing my base. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go in with Pride and then layer, which one do I want to layer on top? So this shimmer, along with many other shimmers, they apply best with your finger. So I'm gonna do one dip with my finger, and it's gonna be really awkward because it's gonna be easy to get in here, but like over here, like it's going to be a challenge. Obviously, that's the whole point of this. Woo! I just realized I need to do my lower lash line. Like, what's the deal with the lower lash line? Are you supposed to do one dip in the eyeshadow for your upper eye and your lower eye? Like, that doesn't make sense to me, right? So I need to be smart with this. I'm gonna go into 5 a.m. first with this flat top brush, and stamp it along the outer corner. And I'm not trying to deposit all the color on here at once, so if I need to come back and build it up, I can. And then with this E36, I'm going to take Slasher. And for now, just kind of place it there. Now I'm getting fallout for sure. Okay. I'm gonna connect it up to the, what's going on up there. And I'm tapping my brush off. I'm actually gonna swipe the pigment off. Ooh, I hope that wasn't a mistake. And I'm just gonna work on trying to blend this now and bring it almost all the way in. Okay, so now I'm gonna take what's left and just try to apply it to the lower lash line. And with this, I'm gonna take a little bit of Blend and Snap to kind of blend it out. And again, I'm getting rid of most of the pigment. Okay, now I'm really trying to clean off the pigment because I'm gonna go in with Voila. And this shade is very, very powdery from my review, so I'm nervous about stacking this on here. Okay, so I have it kind of in place, and I'm just gonna set my brush down for now and get these shimmers done. So I'm gonna take Pride first. Beautiful, gorgeous. Oh God, I have to remember it's one dip. Kind of cover up some of that brown with this. By the way, if you hear like leaf blowers and stuff in the background, my apologies. In my neighborhood, like we all, like the houses are super close to each other, and people literally don't do their, like everyone does their landscaping like throughout the day, different times of the day, different days of the week. So it's just constant noise all the time, which I hate. All right, so now I'm going to top with All In and get a lot of it. It is just so beautiful. Okay, here we go. Definitely trying to focus this more on the inner corner. These shimmers just all look so gorgeous together. I'll have to turn the lighting down so you can see them a little bit better because it's just reading silver right now. You can't really differentiate between the two of them. Okay, so I'm liking how the shimmer is looking. I am happy with that. So all I need to do now is fix this inner corner and add a little bit of shimmer to the inner corner, and I think we will be good. The only downside is that now I like have so much glitter all over my finger, even though I wiped it off. That's okay though. So I'm gonna lightly dust off because I picked up a lot of blah with my brush, okay? So I'm lightly dusting that off, and now I'm just gonna kind of blend this out more. If you guys were to do this challenge at home, let me know what are some of the products that you would use. Like what foundation would you use for this? What eyeshadows would you use that you know would stretch a while? So I'd be curious. I'm curious to know. So now I'm taking a different E36, and the last color I'm dipping into is Ivy, which is this icy silver, just to pop in the very, very inner corner. And I'm going to load my brush up. This one is more of like a putty consistency. So it's interesting trying to pick it up without flicking stuff everywhere. All right, here we go. And then we flip it over and deposit most of that there. And then we can work on. See, this is where I would definitely want another dip because I feel like I just kind of blended that into nothing. So that's great for me. Okay, this is what my very messy palette now looks like. Eyeshadow everywhere. We are so close to the end. I am a little nervous with the mascara, I will say that. And, oh. Yeah, from a distance, this eye definitely looks a little bit darker. That's fun. Okay, so what I'm going to do for my one dip with eyeliner, again, it's not one dip though, because it's a liquid liner. This is the House Labs liner. So I'm just gonna apply this and be back when it's time for mascara. Okay, so I turned my ring light off, hoping you'd be able to see more than just a silver reflect in the shimmers, but I guess not. So, but this is what the makeup is looking like in more lower lighting. The only thing I don't like is that this foundation like just bunches up in the corner of my nose and makes it look awkward. But other than that, I don't think this turned out horrible, but everything could go wrong with mascara. So I literally use 3 or 4 different mascaras. So I don't consider using a separate mascara for my lower lash line cheating, because this is literally the mascara that I use on my lower lash line. And then I normally do 2 mascaras on my eyes, or I use this one. So to keep it more in the rules, I won't use my 2 Maybelline ones. I'll just use this Urban Decay Lash Freak and try to make it last for 2 lashes. It's very goopy. It's a lot, so I scrape a lot of product off, and I always have to go back in and I like double dipping and building up my mascara a lot because I don't like wearing false lashes, and I don't want to use false lashes to save the look. I just want to see how good or bad this ends up with just the mascara. So here's what the wand looks like. I'm going to kind of scrape some off so it's not that much of a gloopy mess. I still have a lot in the middle. Ugh. I also like doing one eye at a time, and I feel like I'm gonna have to go back and forth to really make sure that I'm getting this evenly. Okay, so I think leaving the mascara, not scraping down the middle of it, is key to doing this with one pass, or one dip, I should say, because I do several passes through my lashes. One thing that I have to say, well, I have 2 things to complain about with Netflix. First of all, they're raising their prices. I think my husband told me that it's going to be like $20 a month now or something for Netflix, which is just absolutely ridiculous and absurd, and they don't even pay taxes. So what's up with that, Netflix? But the other thing I have to say is, like, on Halloween, which for me was last night, I wanted to watch Halloween movies, and all that was on my Netflix recommended was Christmas movies. And I'm like, damn, can't you wait another couple hours? And I'm also upset because they didn't have Coraline on their platform. Nowhere had Beetlejuice. I mean, I have like the DVD of Beetlejuice, but it's like I'm too lazy to set up and hook up my, like, the Xbox to watch a DVD on. It's just, you know, and the quality is obviously better streaming, but I was like, why does no one have Halloween movies to stream on this year? I was really disappointed, honestly, with all the streaming services choices in Halloween movies. Disney obviously killed it because they have Nightmare Before Christmas, they have Hocus Pocus, they have all the Halloween Town movies, and that was like really the only place that I found that had good Halloween movies. And by good Halloween movies, I mean like cheesy Halloween movies, because I hate scary movies. I hate horror. A lot of people say that they hate Halloween because they don't like scary stuff, but I love Halloween, but I hate scary things. So I know I don't make a lot of sense, but was there a particular movie that you guys were binging during Halloween season, or did you go straight past Halloween right into Christmas? Okay, my mascara is starting to dry, so I think this is about as far as I can get my mascara to stretch. I just feel like I coated them really heavy, so I feel like the curl isn't holding as nicely as it would if I was able to dip into it twice per eye, because that's normally what I like to do, especially with the Freak mascara. So this is what the lashes look like. They look great. They look pretty much how they normally do. So for the lower lash line, this should be interesting because this is like at its last leg. So it's pretty dried out. Okay, now I feel good. I feel like I got a pretty good coat. Do you guys realize it's like not completely necessary to like have your mouth open like when you're doing mascara, but like it's out of habit, so you still do it anyway. I catch myself doing it all the time. And then I edit my footage back and I'm like, wow, that is not nice to look at. So, all right, that is pretty good, pretty close. I think this challenge went pretty well from what I was expecting. All I have left is lips, which what do I want to do? I have been sticking to lip gloss lately, so I'm just going to go in with my Fenty Gloss Bomb in the shade Fussy. You get so much, like I'm even scraping some of that off because it's like almost too much. But I also have tiny ass lips, so yep, I have to scrape more off. These smell so good. Like this scent is something from my childhood, but I can't figure out what it is. By the way, this lip gloss is really expensive, and if you are into trying out like different lip products, like different lip glosses, Sephora has a lip gloss sampler kit, but basically 3 out of the 5 products are pretty much full-size products, and 2 are smaller, and I would say like more of a sample size, but it's $30 for 5 lip glosses, and I think this alone is 18 bucks, so it's really a good deal. If you guys want to see what other products come in it and what they look like swatched, check out my IGTV. I had like too much gloss on still, even with scraping some of it off. I do have an IGTV on my Instagram, MakeupByMegB. That's what it is on all my socials. So go check it out if you're interested in that, or just head to Sephora's website and see if they still have the lip kits for sale. I think they do. But yeah, this is the completed look. I guess setting spray. I have a Morphe spray, so it's not really like one dip. So I will do that. So let me know, what do you guys think? How do you guys think I did? I think this turned out so good from what I thought it was going to be. I was expecting a complete disaster. So this was fun for me to do. Again, let me know what you would like to see from me down in the comments. If you like more like chatty videos, let me know, because I can do chit chat get ready with me's for days. But yeah, thank you so much for taking the time out of my day to hang out with me. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, everyone.